Good morning to all of the attendees of our 7th EPPI, Encontro Paraibano de Professores de Inglês. My name is Elizabeth Souto Maior, and I am a professor at the Federal University of Paraíba. I am currently the General Coordinator of EFOPLI, Espaços para a Formação do Professor de Língua Inglesa, together with my dear friends and colleagues, Professors Tiago Costa and Francieli Martiny. We also have an amazing team of grantees, volunteers, and collaborators, without whom this event would not be possible. I thank you all very much for your support. It is a great honor to have you all here with us today for the 7th edition of EPPI. I can't believe it has been 7 years already since my colleagues, Professors Mariana Paredes and Ana Carolina Bastos, who unfortunately could not be here with us today, planned the first version of the EPPI conference. The year was 2014, and 50 teachers from the Paraíba state and surrounding municipalities came to attend seminars and teacher development sessions at the university campus of UFPB. I was not part of the EFOPLI team back then, but from the photo archives, we can tell that EPPI was indeed a great success from year one. However, no one would imagine it would become this huge annual event with people from 4 corners of Brazil and participants from all over the world taking part. Can you believe it would come this far, Francieli? 7 years and still counting?
I know, Elizabeth. Doesn't time fly? I was not part of the first EPPI conference either. Just like you, I became a member some years later. But I'm sure many of you out there remember the plenary sessions, workshops, the coffee breaks, or even the red carpet we had at UFPB, where people would come for a photo shoot and many, many smiles. I really miss those moments where we could hug one another and enjoy each other's company over a warm cup of coffee. I'm sure we'll have the opportunity of getting together and catch up in person very soon. But here we are again, October 2021, another online EPPI conference, and so many people enrolled. This year, we have many great surprises in stock for you. Right, Nicolly?
Exactly, Professor Francieli. Last year was already a big hit. We had participants from all over Brazil and also the US, China, Bangladesh, Canada, and Japan. Because of the pandemic, many people who had never been to an EPPI conference before could attend the online event for the first time. Even though it was new and challenging for many people back then, it was also very democratic. We managed to line up incredible professionals from Brazil and abroad to discuss important themes such as inclusive education, anti-racist teaching pedagogies, English medium instruction and context, multicultural classrooms in language learning, and so much more. Needless to say, our 2021 edition of EPPI has many surprises in stock for us. Could you share one of them with us, Renato?
The first of all the surprises that we have for 2021 is our new logo, Nicolly. It was already a beautiful one, but it was modernized and other colors were added. The creators, David, João Vitor, John Ryan, and Milena, they're all part of the EFOPLI team. And like me, they're also members of the organizing committee. I guess they can tell you a little bit more about how this idea came into being and the whole process. I mean, great job, you guys. The logo looks fantastic. John, can you tell us how this idea came into being and what inspired you to devise such an amazing logo in the first place?
Of course I can, Renato. It surely was a great pleasure to be one of the creators of our brand new logo. And a cool thing about it is that it all started with a suggestion by Professor Ana Carolina Bastos, who unfortunately could not be with us this morning. But Professor Ana Carolina wanted our logo to allude to the city of João Pessoa. And in case of you guys don't know, João Pessoa is the easternmost point of the Americas, and it means that it is where the sun rises first. So the colors and shades of orange were also suggested by other team members, and the result of it was this incredible work that we have in here. In fact, everything we do in this program, it is the result of joint collaboration, like the whole idea behind EPPI, for example. So, in other words, together we are stronger. Milena, do you share my opinion?
Yes, I do indeed, John. For me personally, it was awesome to be part of the creation team with you, John Ryan, David, and João Victor. In fact, many hands make light work, right? Anyways, I guess the colors and the shapes of the logo are aligned with the concept. With João Pessoa in mind, it is impossible not to think about its natural beauties, like the sunset and the beaches. So we try to capture it all in one image. Hope you all enjoy it as much as we did creating it, but I am sure that the new EPPI logo is not the only surprise this year. What are the other attractions for the 7th EPPI, João Victor? Can you tell us?
Many more, Milena, apart from the great talks by experts in the language education field, such as Professor Kleber da Silva from the University of Brasilia and Julia Hedges and Nelno from EDU 360 Global. We also have invited former EFOPLI members and EPPI attendees to be our speakers this year. For the final plenary, for example, we'll have a no-time collaborator from EFOPLI, who got his master's degree in Canada and is taking a PhD at the same institution, the University of British Columbia. Did you know that the teacher Jonathan Ferreira is a new FEB alumni from the class of 2018, David?
I actually did, João Victor, and I was told that when teacher Jonathan was an undergraduate student at UFB some years ago, he got involved in some teacher development workshops with professors Mariana Paredes and Ana Carolina Bastos, which are the creators of EFOPLI, and since then he has never stopped collaborating with us. It is truly amazing to see the transformative and enduring power of education, and how it can connect teachers, whether they are pre-service or in-service, with the academics of the field. And we're also very happy to see how EPPI is uniting, inspiring, and motivating language education professionals in making a difference in their students' lives. Right, Igor?
I couldn't agree more, David. And as João Victor mentioned, there are other UFPB alumni who have been invited to a 7th EPPI conference this year due to their incredible work in the field of language teaching. Teachers Ellen Castelo Branco and Lucas Veras were also undergraduate students at UFPB some years ago, just like us. They do amazing work together about the potentialities and connections between literature, media, and language teaching. I guess they also attended the sessions promoted by EFOPLI in the past, and today they are with us at EPPI. So it's very inspirational to hear a story like this. But what else can we expect for today, Saulo?
Well, Igor, if I were you, I wouldn't miss the other recorded talks. Professor Joelton Duarte, who is also a former UFPB professor, but now works at UFAP, Universidade Federal do Agreste de Pernambuco, will be presenting a talk on materials development in English language teaching, together with Alane Magalhães, Maria Lara Lucena, and Paula Giovana Vilela. Did I forget to mention anyone, Sarah?
I guess you did, Saulo. Teacher Alberto Costa, a long-time collaborator of EFOPLI and a very close friend of some of the team members, is also going to be in one of the EPPI conference today. Alberto has been working for Cambridge Asset Manager Americas and has a vast experience in Cambridge exams. It is certainly going to be an enjoyable talk. I am sure everybody out there will love to hear what Alberto has to share. So we can definitely say it's going to be a special day to all language teachers and language learners out there. Right, Professor Tiago?